Alfred Hitchcock was known for his mastery of suspense on screen, but behind the scenes, his treatment of actress Tippi Hedren was anything but a thriller. It was a nightmare. Cast as the star of the Birds and Marnie, Hedren quickly became the object of Hitchcock's obsessive control, enduring relentless manipulation and even dangerous stunts. While his films left audiences on the edge of their seats, his disturbing behavior towards Hedren left a dark shadow over his legacy, raising questions about the cost of his brilliance.
I started noticing that he kept watching me, staring at me, and whether we were on the set or whatever, he'd be standing off, talking to people, carrying on a conversation, and staring at me.
Anyone who has watched an Alfred Hitchcock film, whether it's Tippi Hedren being attacked by birds or Janet Leigh's infamous shower scene, you might have questions about the director's relationship with women. His treatment of leading actresses was often described as teetering between strict professionalism and outright cruelty. He worked with some of the biggest names of the 1960s, including Ingrid Bergman, Grace Kelly, Eva Marie Saint, Kim Novak, and Janet Leigh. But it was his conduct with actress Tippi Hedren that crossed the line from typical Hollywood eccentric to an abusive obsession. Hitchcock discovered Tippi Hedren after seeing her in a commercial, and he was immediately taken in. In 1961, she signed an exclusive 7-year contract with him, earning $500 a week. "I chose her because she was a classic beauty," Hitchcock told the New York Times. "You don't see that kind of beauty in films anymore." He first showcased her in his 1963 thriller The Birds, and then cast her opposite Sean Connery the following year in Marnie. The story of their troubled relationship is well known, largely due to Donald Spato's biography, The Dark Side of Genius, and Hedren's own accounts in interviews. By the time The Birds began filming, Hitchcock, an overweight man in his 60s with little romantic experience beyond his 37-year marriage to his wife Alma, had developed a very unhealthy fixation with Hedren. After Hedren moved to Hollywood, Hitchcock put her through an intense screen test, which lasted 2 days, and included long, passionate kissing.
T13, take 1.
And while you're looking into the camera, you can answer my question as to whether you think that would make a good paternity dress or not.
From the beginning, Hitchcock lavished her with attention, and then offered her the lead role in his new film, The Birds. This would be Tippi's feature film debut, and Hitchcock took the young actress under his wing, coaching her, teaching her about filmmaking, and guiding her through the process. And Hedren learned early on she was to do exactly what she was told by Hitchcock. As filming for The Birds progressed, his behavior became more and more aggressive. Hedren even recalled an incident in the back of his Rolls-Royce where he made an unwanted advance, which she angrily rejected. Not long after, things took a darker turn. Hitchcock began subjecting her to dangerous stunts, ordering other cast members not to speak to her or even touch her, and he would grow visibly irritated whenever he saw her talking to another man. One particular incident occurred during the filming of the famous phone booth scene in The Birds, where a mechanical crow shatters the glass of the booth, sending shards of glass into Hedren's face. In another scene, Hitchcock insisted on using live birds instead of the mechanical ones, and he even strapped them to her body with elastic bands. Over 5 days of filming, birds were thrown at her over and over again, one nearly pecking her eye out, and leaving her physically and emotionally exhausted from the bizarre shoot. Hedren believed Hitchcock was absolutely punishing her for rejecting his advances, but remember, she was locked into a 7-year contract with Hitchcock, so she went straight into making her next film with him. Marnie was a film about a kleptomaniac that struggles with mental health issues. The movie includes a scene where her character is physically assaulted by her husband, and according to Hedren, this mirrored Hitchcock's own twisted fantasies about her.
You don't love me. I'm just something you've caught. You think I'm some kind of animal you've trapped.
That's right, you are. And I've caught something really wild this time, haven't I? I've tracked you and caught you, and by God, I'm going to keep you.
The harassment didn't stop there. Hitchcock reportedly had a life mask of her face made for his personal use, even though it wasn't necessary for the film. He also placed her dressing room next door to his office, with a connecting door, giving him easy access. Hedren also recounts a disturbing incident where he called her to his office, grabbed her, and once again made sexual advances. When she refused him for a second time, Hitchcock threatened to ruin her career. She claimed that he even blocked efforts by Universal Studios to nominate her for an Oscar and spread negative rumors about her to his Hollywood friends and industry colleagues. This troubling story was made into a movie in 2012 called The Girl. Actor Toby Jones offers an unsettling portrayal of Hitchcock, who looks for a new girl after Grace Kelly moves off to become Princess of Monaco. The role lacked the calculated calmness that defined Hitchcock's dramatic style, making him seem overly villainous to the role of Tippi Hedren, played by Sienna Miller. Despite this, the film does capture one key element, the cold gaze Hitchcock's camera so often focused on. The film suggests that Hitchcock's wife, Alma, was aware of her husband's obsession with Hedren. In a pivotal scene, she even apologizes to Hedren, who responds, "You could stop it. You're the only one who could stop it," with one word. Hedren remained under contract with Hitchcock for 2 more years, during which he refused to let her work for other directors. This, combined with Hollywood's reluctance to cross Hitchcock, effectively stalled her career. In the wake of these allegations, many film historians, former colleagues, and even Hitchcock's biographer have come to his defense. Patrick McGilligan, one of Hitchcock's biographers, suggested that while the director may have been controlling, some claims of abuse could have been exaggerated. Co-stars like Rod Taylor, who worked closely with Hedren in The Birds, expressed doubts about her accounts, stating that he never witnessed any inappropriate behavior. Notably, actresses Kim Novak and Eva St. Marie, both of whom worked alongside Hitchcock, defended him too. Novak, the star of Vertigo, described her experience as professional and supportive, saying she was surprised by the accusations of misconduct. Similarly, Eva Marie Saint, who appeared in North by Northwest, recalled Hitchcock as kind and respectful, emphasizing that she had not encountered any troubling behavior during their work together. While some like Novak and Saint paint a picture of Hitchcock as a demanding yet professional director, the more troubling aspects of his behavior, especially with his relationship with Hedren, continue to shape his complicated legacy. The divide between those who defend him and those who condemn his actions underscores the complexity of Hitchcock's character, both as an artist and a man. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and please consider subscribing and sharing Recollection Road Entertainment with someone you know. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist. As always, thank you so much for watching.